Hey Sadhguru, my question is, so many times in society you are often told what should make you happy, and in a way we are followers. I wanted to find out your opinion on what should make a person essentially happy. So what is it, or what does it mean to be truly happy?
Namaskaram KG. I was just telling them this is mango season in India and maybe in some parts of Africa also. Now when we go near a mango tree, this is a time when all the young boys and girls are looking. Parrots are also here, we're all looking up for the mangoes. This is the direction we're looking, because that's where sweetness is. Suppose you go under the mango tree and start digging, is there any chance of you ever eating a mango, I'm asking? Is it possible? So what we need to understand is, human experience is caused from within us. No matter what, joy or misery, agony or ecstasy, pain or pleasure, is caused from within us. But we are trying to fix the world so that we are happy. Nothing in the world will ever happen 100% your way. This 1% must happen your way, 100%. If this one happened 100% your way, would you keep yourself blissful or miserable? That's all the question is. I know what's your choice. You're asking this question because, as you said, people say, this will make you happy, that will make you happy, fix this, fix that, fix everything. Still it will not happen because you're trying to dig mangoes from the roots. That's not where it comes. It comes up there. So what is within you, if you search for it outside, it's going to be an endless search. This is why we are talking about inner engineering. You fix this one, being joyful is assured. Rest of the life we have to do to the best of our ability. No two human beings can do outside life to the same extent. It's never possible. No two human beings can ever do it the same way when it comes to the world. But if you're joyful, you will do your best. And that's all that matters. In this life, or you're doing your best in every possible way. You can only do that if you are happy and joyful by your own nature. It doesn't take any scientific understanding. If you make a sensible evaluation of yourself, you can clearly see that your body and your brains cooperate best only when your experience of life is pleasant, which is what you're calling as happiness. Happiness is not some quantity, it's just that you're feeling very pleasant, so you say, I'm happy. Your pleasantness should be determined by what's happening within you, not by what's happening around you. This is not difficult to fix. You see people who are miserable, or so many different ways. All kinds of people who can't laugh, who can't sing, who can't dance, who can't do nothing sensible, they have a drink and suddenly… So I'm saying chemistry can change one's experience. This being the most complex chemical factory, we can teach you how to be a great manager of this factory so that you're always absolutely blissed out. Now your body and brains will function at your best.
What is the object of your search? What are you really seeking in this life? What is really your goal? Happiness, bliss and joy, that's what you are after, right? And you would be surprised to know that this is not the first time that you have been looking for happiness and joy. You have been on this quest for countless centuries. You have been on this search for millions and millions of lives. But have you really found happiness? No, the happiness remains elusive. Now is the opportune moment to reconsider. Now is the time to think about this thing, to delve deep into introspection once more. Your pursuit for happiness has been fervent, it has been really strong. Your efforts have been unwavering, I would say. However, it's possible that the very act of trying so hard is what hinders your path to happiness. Could it be that striving itself keeps you from attaining it? Just take a moment to ponder. Just take a moment to reflect deeply on this matter. Allow yourself a brief pause in your search and engage yourself in the process of reviewing and re-evaluating your approach. As I told you, you have been searching for happiness for many lifetimes. Although you don't remember your past lives, but it's enough to know that in this current life, you have been on a quest for something. However, you haven't found it yet, and nobody else has either, despite searching. There seems to be a problem with the way you are searching. When you search, you tend to forget about yourself and start looking everywhere else. You search in all directions, north, east, west, south, up in the sky, and even under the seas. You try to find it everywhere. But you forget one thing. The more you search without success, the more anxious, the more tensed you become, wondering if you will ever find what you are looking for, or if you will miss it again. As you become increasingly desperate in your search, you experience more and more misery and madness, which may even drive you to the brink of insanity. Paradoxically, happiness seems to be moving farther away from you instead of getting closer. The more you carry out this search in the external world, in the things, in people, in places, in holiday packages, the less likely you are to find it. Because true happiness you can never find in the external world. True happiness can be found only within yourself. True happiness resides within yourself. But before you can find true happiness within yourself, you must first know what it is like. What is its nature? So what actually is true happiness? Happiness is a state of your consciousness when you are fully aware and awake. Allow me to repeat it. Happiness is a state of your consciousness when you are fully aware and awake. On the other hand, unhappiness arises when your consciousness is asleep or clouded. When you are unconscious, it's like looking into a dusty and cluttered mirror, burdened by the weight of the past. True happiness emerges when you let go of this burden of past, and your consciousness becomes clear like a clean mirror. In this clarity, your consciousness then reflects the beauty of the world, the trees, the sun, the seas, the sand, the moon and the stars. To be truly happy, you must regain the state of consciousness which is full of innocence and childlike perspective, seeing the world with fresh and unclouded eyes. When you stop dreaming, when you stop desiring, when you stop seeking and searching, the mind naturally then falls into silence and stillness. In this state, there is no longing. In this state, there is no unnecessary commotion, no expectations, and no frustrations. The mind ceases its constant pursuit for a brief moment of happiness. During this stillness, you find yourself in a unique and unfamiliar place, an unknown space that you have never experienced before. A new door opens, the door to your divine conscious nature, and your mind becomes absolutely calm, fully present in that very moment. Happiness comes as a surprise, appearing suddenly when desires fade away. It happens like this because when you are free of desires, your mind then comes back to the source, which is nothing but your divine conscious nature. The same happens when your constant striving stops. You can then finally grasp your true divine self. This is what Buddha meant when he said, "Come and see, ihipassika." He invites you to discover this truth by looking within, away from the pull of desires that have led you astray for millions and millions of lives. You have wandered far and far from your authentic home. You are lost in distant and imaginary worlds that your mind has created, but they are merely illusions. Yes, always remember this, that what your mind has created are nothing but mere illusions. That is not where you truly belong. Your true home is within you and not in the external world. Your true home is nothing but your divine conscious nature beyond the temporary forms of body and mind.